Hi everyone, this is Tanya from Flying Dog Studio. Thanks so much for joining me. This is my second entry on YouTube for Inktober, and in the last video that I did, I used these micron pens and I created that piece right there. And the micron pens, actually, they're supposed to be waterproof, but they were not. And they bled and made my colors just kind of go everywhere and muddied everything up. So I purchased some Prismacolor pens, which I have used with my students before, and we seem to have better luck with them. As you can see, it has 3 different types of tips in there. And you can see on the back there a little bit of information about them. I used the brown color. I wanted the brown, and unfortunately it only had 2, but I'm using the .005, and it also had a brush marker, which I did not use for this one. I pre-drew this one out and I'm lining over it. I'm being very light to the touch with it because I don't want hard lines right now. I'm going to come back and hatch. I'm not going to cross hatch on this one. I'm just going to do hatching because that's kind of the look I want at the end, something that looks almost like an etching, but not exactly. Now, I am concerned about that side edge because I did have moisturizer on my hands. It had not completely soaked in. I didn't realize, and I'm afraid that's going to affect any watercolor later on. We'll see in a future video. I am going to do that. So I'm just going around the edges right now, and I don't want it to look traced, so I'm varying my lines. I'm skipping around, and once I get it all traced out here, I'm going to come back and erase any pencil lines that are on there. Now, you do want to wait until your ink is completely dry before you do something like that, but I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to start doing the hatching. So everything has been erased, and I'm doing the hatching, and basically, hatching is just hatching. I do like to try to keep mine going in the same direction, but you can vary it. Varying the direction of your hatching, if you're just doing hatching and not cross hatching, will add a little more movement to your piece. And I did do that on the first piece that I posted on here for Inktober. And again, if you didn't catch that in my first video, I'm doing Inktober my own way. We had flowers in our flower garden that were just beautiful this summer. Now, this was not one of my flowers. I did snag this from the internet because I saw it and I just wanted to do this flower. So I am working on the medium and the dark areas, and those are the only places I'm going to be putting some hatching. So I will just be quiet and let you watch the hatching. One thing I really liked about the Prismacolor that in my opinion is different than the microns is that I can change the pressure and I can change the angle on the pen, and I can get these really light skippy marks that you're seeing on the lighter areas of the petals. And you know, at the beginning I told you I did not trace everything completely, and I went as lightly as possible on some of these areas, and that is so I can do this tiny hatching right next to those lines, and I can hatch up to the lines, and it kind of makes those disappear so you don't have something that looks so traced. And with just a few more hatch marks, that finishes up our piece. If you have any questions, please put those down below and I'll be happy to get back with you. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and consider subscribing to the channel. It would help so much. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.